Good morning, loved ones. Happy Thursday. Morning tea from now not sunny South Africa, but cloudy winter, chilly. But I can still sit outdoors. Best climate in the world. The Golden Nation, that's what I'm starting to call it, at least in my imagination. Because if it's not in your imagination first, how are you gonna bring it into the world? Yeah, that's what my heart tells me, even though it's laced with concern about everything we've been talking about in the world. So this morning, I'm going to take a break from the teaching, and I'm just going to share about where I'm at. I'm quite emotional this morning. I woke up with something in my heart. It's amazing as you come into consciousness out of sleep. I don't know if you experience this, but you come through those modes of consciousness. There's that alpha beta thing that goes on where you're not quite awake, although you feel like you're awake. You're coming out of sleep, and your first thoughts, they're really thoughts that are brought up from deep emotional connection, because there's emotion in sleep where you go back to yourself in that sleep state. And there's just such a crisp truism about those flows of thoughts. And I want to say that's when I feel it's the spirit that is moving through me. And I encourage you to think about it in that way, in terms of how you wake up in the morning. And it is amazing to me that that's when I have my crispest thoughts, and it's God talking to me. It's the spirit moving in me, through me, and things appear amazingly clear. And of course, that is the time when you come to consciousness, that you should write those things down, or do what I'm doing this morning, which is talking to you. So, but what I have discovered, that when God and the spirit, whatever it is you want to call it, when the spirit speaks to you, when God speaks to you in that moment, it is done with a profound, particular language, because the spirit is moving from that emotion. The language comes out in a particular way, and it is important to capture that language, because it can be, and it is, fleeting. Because that is pure emotion speaking to you, because God's voice is pure emotion with all the mind that comes behind it. But when your thoughts start interjecting and interpreting, it somehow loses the potency. So let me just share with you. As I rose and awakened this morning, I heard this voice, my voice, which is the God voice in me, and the Spirit saying to me, if you want love, just ask for it. If you want love, just ask for it. But if you push it away, it will go away. It will go away. And this is a wellspring where this knowledge, these words are coming from in me, because also the Spirit knows, as I was talking in my last YouTube message to you that I sent yesterday. We're talking about love. Whatever the mind and the reason and the knowledge and the wisdom, at the end of the day, we are talking about love. What is most devoid in the world right now? Love. collectively and individually. And that's why I went into the self-love. And the more I'm working with this material and this message, the more it becomes just about that, the self-love. Because when we have self-love, we have everything. We can do anything. We can move mountains because our faith in ourselves and in life becomes unstoppable. Then when I was thinking about this self-love and this message of love, as I work into more conscious states and open my eyes, the other connective thoughts that came through was looking at that message. What is it saying? What was the Spirit saying to me? The Spirit is saying, if you want love, ask for it. Call it in, and you will have all the love in the world. And if you don't want it, and you push it away, it will go away. Two things. Number one, sovereignty. What the Spirit was saying to me is you can have everything that your heart desires, or this, not talking about material things. Your heart can be filled up with the love that you need if you want it, because I will give it to you. The I am will pour it through into you. Ask the Spirit and it will fill up your heart, because I've often thought, well, it's all very well to say, well, my mom didn't love me and my family doesn't love me, and I need to take responsibility for my life and heal my own emotions. But where do I get that essential source of love from? It is from God, but I really need to feel it as a person. How do I need to tap into to source and channel that love into me. And that's what God was saying. The Spirit was saying, I will fill your heart with all the love in the world, because I am love. And you don't need the love of others, essentially, and yet you do. It's a paradox, like all truth. But I'm talking about that sovereignty of independence that we get to choose. And this is an origin Christian teaching about our freedom of will, that God is there for us if we want Him, but He gave us freedom of choice. And I love this meaningful context, placing it in the emotional realm of how we need love, and that He is there. Source is there, Spirit is there to fill up our cup and to fill that love into us independently, because that's the energy that we need, the sense of self, the sense of being that is driven by love, that we can get directly from source. And that is what I feel Spirit was saying to me. Now I'm forgetting the second thing I want to say. It's sovereignty, that sovereignty that came through, and then the love. Well, that's really, I'm getting down to the beginning point of where the ignition point of where my spiritual teaching wants to start. It really is just love. It really is just love. That is the context of everything. Even when I get into the definitions have to be framed in love. Yeah. And I don't want to complicate this whole idea about love. We just need it, that's all. We need to feel it. We need to feel it. It's interesting listening to Next Level Soul, where Alex Ferrari was interviewing somebody this week, a lady, and she too was talking about self-love. It was a huge affirmation for me, huge, huge. She was speaking about self-love in the context of where the world is at right now, and that is exactly what I was saying. We're nowhere without self-love, and that message coming through this morning was God saying, that's the source of self-love, because God is the source of self-love. How's that for a statement? God is the source of self-love. True self-love. And that's really all I wanted to share with you this morning. And you have a beautiful day, and I look forward to sharing with you more meaningful thought processes about our emotions, healing, and my work about why it is so important to heal your emotions and that source of your love in your heart. But don't forget the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper is here. And the heritage, emotional wounding that we all carry, and what it costs us when we do not heal and get to know our emotional history, it stops this love, this self-love. We are called at this time in the world to self-love. Isn't that just the opposite of what we think it's all about? Amazing, amazing. I love you. Have a beautiful day, and cheers to my tea.